Hey guys, welcome to the 9th episode of Zooming In with Gen Z. I'm your host, Haley Taylor Schlitz. Thanks for being here. Before we get started, I would like to remind you to please like, share, comment, follow, and subscribe. Not only does this help you stay up on our fantastic conversations, but it allows the algorithm to do its thing so others can tune in too. If you're Gen Z, stop scrolling. You need to hear this news. Can women propose? Last week, the actor Joshua Jackson appeared on The Tonight Show and shared with Jimmy Fallon that it was his wife, Jodie Turner-Smith, who popped the marriage question in their relationship.
You guys always know that you were destined that you were going to get married?
I knew the moment she asked me.
She asked you?
She asked me, yeah. On New Year's Eve, we were in Nicaragua. It was very beautiful, incredibly romantic. We're walking down the beach, and she asked me to marry her.
She just said, will you?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, there was like a preamble. There was a lead up to it.
Did you know that it was going to happen?
I did not know, but she was quite adamant, and she was right. This is the best choice I ever made.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Yeah, it's
This story created a buzz across social media about the gender roles in relationships. Some felt her asking wasn't a good thing and inappropriate. Others, like myself and an opinion piece for The Grio, shared that this discussion demonstrated outdated thoughts on gender roles. In fact, for Generation Z and Generation Alpha, it is likely that who proposes marriage in a relationship will be different for every couple. What do you think about this? Drop a comment. Let's get critical. A new study of Gen Z attitudes towards current political, economic, and social issues is out. The Morning Consult survey 1,018 Gen Z members ages 13 to 24 and found out that our views are likely to be significantly different than those of the baby boomers. That's probably a good thing. Although the poll showed we have not solidified our views on significant issues, there is a large and important gap for our views on issues such as capitalism, socialism, critical race theory, and cancel culture. Yeah, sounds right. What we should be aware of here is that although we are now just reaching our early 20s, the fact that we are the most diverse generation that America has ever seen is reflected in this survey. In fact, critical race theory is seen as more positive than capitalism. Just think about that for a second. We see in the responses to this poll that our diversity has shaped our collective experiences. Compared to baby boomers, who are predominantly of European ancestry, we have a much different view of our nation and our world. Although that is great for Gen Z, we must also remember that we have work to do and shouldn't fall back on how things have been as an excuse for our own evolution as a generation. We have to keep going and make sure we create the world that we know we have to have. So really be the change you want to see in the world. We're going back to school. It's almost August already. So it's that time of year again. Just visit a Target or Walmart and you see aisles full of back to school stuff. Amazon is running an entire section on off to college. Interesting. We are also facing the uncertainty of what in-person schooling will look like this year. After being away for over a year, Gen Z is facing a generational moment that will shape our futures. Are you ready to be back in in-person schooling yet? I feel like a lot of us have gotten used to online learning and Zoom. Are you ready for the possibility that we are pushed to online classes again if needed? Like the first time COVID hit, we started in person and went right to online. It's time to think about how to plan for disruption again this year. Make sure you take time to think about how you will adapt if your school makes another mid-year change. This will be important to successfully navigating this year and protecting yourself from stress. Talk more about that later, actually. Okay, now we all know what time it is. Interview time. Today we have a fantastic guest who is helping break down education barriers. Her own story is powerful. She graduated high school with her Associates of Arts degree at age 16. She now has her own company and focuses on helping other students succeed. I can't wait to have her company on the virtual stage. Can we all welcome Amara Leggett? Hey, Amara. Did I say her last name right? Is it Leggett? Is it just me? I don't know if I can hear you. It might be just me. I heard the music at the beginning, though. Well, this is the beauty of online communication, I guess. Be prepared for this in school too. Although I think a lot of us use it as an excuse. Yeah, my camera doesn't work. Let's see. I don't know if we have like.
Hey Haley, why don't we move on to the next segment while we try to work out the.
Okay.
The thing. Sorry about
that. That was tech support, guys. He's always backstage popping up the videos and the graphics. So a shout out to our tech support. Okay, well, we will get back to that amazing interview when all of that is worked out. But we will jump into the zoom in section since I know we always look forward to that. Let's take a look. Let's take an early look at who's being magnified for being magnificent. The Olympic Games have been the center of many discussions over the past few weeks, as we all know. Just before the Olympics started, we watched this national discussion on our natural hair swim caps to Sha'Carri Richardson took over our social media feeds. We also prepared to watch some Black Girl Magic as many athletes were heading to Tokyo. Earlier this week, the GOAT, Simone Biles, made the correct decision to protect herself by withdrawing from the women's gymnastic team competition. She courageously made the decision after struggling on her first vault of the team competition. As with any decision that a prominent Black woman makes, her decision to protect her health and well-being has and continues to be openly attacked by many around our nation. In fact, one lawyer in Texas, Aaron Reitz, who works for indicated Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, actually tweeted the following. This is real, guys. Contrast with this are selfish, childish, national embarrassment, Simone Biles. Wow. National embarrassment, Attorney Reitz? Honestly, for a state that prides itself on supposedly being nice and cordial, Attorney Reitz demonstrated by this tweet that he never learned proper manners and when to shut up, quite frankly. Attorney Reitz did delete his original tweet and did post a fake apology once he was exposed internationally, but we all know it is insincere. Remember what Maya Angelou said. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Beyond the Texas embarrassment of Attorney Reitz, I apologize on behalf of all of Texas, let's take a moment to talk about the mental health that Black women and girls face navigating our world each day. We are constantly attacked for just existing, frankly. Simple things like our natural hair is attacked across society. Just getting up each day and making it through the day is becoming an Olympic event in a world where we're seen as problems for just being in any space. This is why what Simone Biles has done with her decision is so important. It shows the world, especially here in America, that we will not be bullied or silenced to make others feel better about our greatness. Simone once again shows us that our magic is powerful and that it is okay to use it to protect ourselves. Let's learn from Simone and realize that it is okay to protect our mental health in all environments. Part of being Black Girl Magic is understanding that we have to protect ourselves. Thank you, Simone, for showing us once again why you are the GOAT. Your Zoom call to action, you may be wondering? Learn from Simone Biles to value your mental health. Learn that it's okay to step back and take a break to protect yourself. We can't fool ourselves into believing that we're not human and don't have feelings. We are human, and we must start valuing our mental health if we expect to create the change we want in the world. Make routines and set time aside to value yourself. You deserve it. If you or someone you know needs help finding support, please reach out to organizations such as Black Emotional and Mental Health Collective. Their website is full of great resources. You can visit them at www.beam.community/. Let's check back in on our interview and our guest and see if our technical difficulties have been worked out.
I know you weren't expecting me. We're still waiting for Amara to try to log back in. So we'll wait here for a second. We apologize, everybody.
Okay. Cool. Well, hello, tech support.
Oh, hi, host. How are you today?
You get to see backstage, guys.
Yeah, nobody ever wants to see backstage.
You get to see behind the scenes. Everybody loves a couple clips of behind the scenes.
Let's see. Amara, can you hear us?
I think she can hear us, but we still can't hear her.
Hear her.
What we can always do is record the interview and post it after this live stream.
We could do that. We could do that today or later this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes it's just technical issues.
The beauty of our Zoom world.
Amara, can you hear us though?
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm trying to think what a workaround might be.
I think we should record the interview so that our viewers can still appreciate our amazing conversation, but the live stream can come to a close so that people can stay on their toes for the interview video.
Hey, Amara, don't leave. But Haley, why don't you say farewell to the guests, and then we'll figure this out.
Guests, the attention is back on you guys. So we did our Zoom in, and we did our Zoom call to action. So I guess with all of that being said, I guess that's all, folks, for episode 9 of Zooming In with Gen Z. Thanks so much for joining us today, backstage, and Amara. Please like, share, comment, follow, and subscribe for more. Plus, when you do that, it allows others to check out our conversations too. In 2 weeks, we will be back here at 2 p.m. Central Time with a top-notch interview and some news worth sharing. I just realized this is as I said that out loud, it's 2 weeks at 2 p.m. So, yeah, that's easy to remember, isn't it? A shout-out of thanks to Citizen Ed for providing us with this platform to talk about the issues we care about. See you guys in 2 weeks at 2 p.m. All right, how do I zoom out on this thing?